Alright, guys, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of North Korea. We are getting back into it. Hit it hard. It is 2026 in real life and 2028 in the game, so it has no bearing on anything. It's just what it is. Uh yeah, and construction wise, we finally hit our third stack of factories. That's insane. It only took 4 decades of time. What it feels like. How much political power? 0.38. Eh. It could be worse. It can be worse. That's all I have to say on how that's going right now. Oh my god. Calm down, guys. Calm down. Overseas with your events. That's going crazy. No, I hope everyone's doing all right. Had a good time. Didn't get too drunk or inebriated or whatever you did to yourself. Hopefully you just slept like I did. You're in the older category. If you're in the younger one, Pedialyte. I know it's weird, but Pedialyte, just do it. I guess it really isn't weird. It just that's what works best. And then yeah, don't do Gatorade. This too much sugar makes you feel like terrible. But anyway, I'm not seeing I'm not seeing us falling into the abyss anymore as far as the playthrough on this one. We are digging our way out. It's just going to be very, very deep of a hole that we have to get out of. We have to hit the at least get this to zero autonomy with the buildings we can build in Brunei, because I have to have this, like, I have to have a staging area somewhere. And I've seen a lot of comments about you're not gonna like declare war, or like when are you gonna declare war generally. Um Kind of like an interesting situation, right? Because if I had planned from the beginning to not be able to use Navy and had gone with the troops I had, I probably would have had to have just had an all-out battle with South Korea. I wouldn't have been able to expand anywhere else because of the Navy limitations now. Period. So that aspect of the game is now harder in this version. So doing that, I would still need planes, and I would just have to trade for resources. So my economy would have had to been a more like primary focus right from the get go. So further min maxing economy at that point would have been the way to go, and then also making the transfer of power to Kim Jong Un would have been hugely important, and probably declaring war on South Korea would have been possible around like 2015 to 2018. If I had not got rid of troops, like all of the troops, to get the Air Force, is what I'm saying effectively. That or not Air Force, but airborne units that I wanted, or got rid of the airborne units. I think I started actually with some that would have been useful. So it would have been viable. I just couldn't have replaced them when they died. So I would have had one shot at for instance, like Brunei. Definitely would have gone for like man pads and ATGM stuff. See, this is what I was worried about. I have to take the political power reduction I can't I can't take the money loss right now. It'd be too detrimental to the economy. That's really bad. And I was so close to being able to get the pension payments. Hmm. But I would rather take that debuff and kind of maintain my stability. Because the thing that's killing me right now is stability being down is hurting our political power as well. So we're kind of getting like a triple whammy, right? Like the people are revolting. So I'm losing political power from that. Stability was low, so I was gaining no stability back. Stability was also is also low because of the economy, because I have our tax rate so high and I lost those leadership bonuses. So I have to get my economy recovered to lower my taxes to gain stability to gain political power. So I'm kind of in this like deadlock race, and also to boost government spending to stop the rebellion, I have to raise my economy. And it's just because of the position I was put in with the way I transferred power, like I'm just gonna start behind. All right, so we lost our agent. Somehow we have weapons to sell again. I don't know how that's possible. Let's see. Is she worth saving? She's got a lot of traits, and she's in the Philippines, so I'm gonna go ahead and move our agent from Malaysia to do this, and send our dude in. The dude is on the rescues. Do I not have a general over our primary forces? Why did he? Do they die? Is it like, do they just die of old age or something? I could see that happening. That might be the reason though. But yeah, I don't think I get more naval invasion plans with this. I see naval invasion capacity goes up, but I don't see a plan increase. So if that's the case, we are now very limited in what we can actually do in these playthroughs. Also, the money situation is looking a lot better. We are able to invest in a lot more solar plants as a nation. So we can run our scams in good faith. We're not having to use illicit weapon cells to make these scams happen. Here. But we still are. We're gonna do it. We're gonna min max. Somehow fuel is still a problem. I love it. Love to see it. What's our research looking like? So we're getting, okay, we are getting the power plant swap, so that's power for fuel. This should be yield a little bit more yield. Yeah, I just need our unemployment to get down to our threshold. 11% more. That'll be huge on social spending and also stability. So that's like two things that are very important for us. Yeah, so as our stability is going up, you can see our political power recovering by the second. And unlike the Greek playthrough, which is going to become relevant, I think it might be today. Y'all see what happens to me. it This is gonna be fun. Like, I'm gonna be able to do some things I wasn't able to do there. We're testing out maybe the faction system and some other stuff they added with the new expansion into the base game that modified the mod. And I'm hoping like the next patch of the mod actually fixes this. So when I start my new campaigns, I won't have this like really terribly playing integration. It just doesn't flow well. Like it works. It's not crashing, but that often, I should say. It's not crashing often, but the gameplay, like flow of the gameplay and the balance just seems really off compared to where it was in like 1.12.1. It was much better to me. But yeah. Here we go. What is that? 100 days. We'll be at neutral again. And then I'll get another event where I lose 100 political power, and then we'll be out of luck. So this is how it's going. Trade wise, I don't want to trade for oil yet, but I'm probably gonna have to. But we are getting the building done that we need to get done. Yep. So that should help with fuel a tiny bit, I would think. Otherwise, there's really no point in getting this. I'm making our unemployment situation worse. All right, so 600 days, more fuel production. Could take this. Let's check out our power situation. Not enough. I don't want to research that yet. So we'll go with fuel yield. And then once we wrap up this economic stuff, because I think I can take advantage of this. I'll say the 2030s are definitely going to be our decade. As soon as I'm able to stop the political revolts, which I'm planning to do by 2030, and annex Brunei, we're going for it. Full tilt in the Pacific. And then South Korea is going to be a focal point. Because I'll have, let's see. Yeah, I have some, okay, special forces I can actually use. I could probably get a couple more Marine divisions worth of equipment. Yeah, let's check this new panel that I never really used to look at that's actually useful for me. That's on me, guys. That's totally on me. Where's the APCs? So we have 65 spare. So I really don't want to do that yet. Not until I have like 1,000 spare APCs do I want to add 2 more divisions. That would be in a long time. So probably like 2030 I'd be able to make that happen. All right, so we got backdoor access to the Philippines. We do have 22 million now to put towards Cambodia. 24 billion. I stand corrected. Yeah, what is, okay, so we got our factory. That's what I was kind of looking at. Like, when are we getting our next one? What does that do? That's like 2% to the unemployment rate per factory. Yeah, because it's hurting my, like, obviously our power generation. I'm gonna have to be worried about that too. And once we get Brunei annexed, I can focus on um double plants, right? 2 civilian factory stacks and an energy stack going, or swap out for military factories, which I want to do too, because we're really lacking in productivity and speed. Can't even make all the equipment we need for our troops right now. I do not believe I want 22 factories though. That is one thing I have to say. Like, don't believe for a second that I plan on building 22 military factories with a resource pool like this. This could probably support maybe 10 factories that I could place in like a better position or order. Uh, what is this? Utility vehicle? I do need to upgrade. Let's see if I can get task capacity. Ooh. Ooh, don't do it. I don't know what happened there. That's fair. Freak out on me. Yeah, so it's assignment. So that's 4 billion. Production efficiency versus what do we got? Research bonus. Yeah, we're go production efficiency and funds gain. There's a task capacity, but it's gonna push me negative on funds. We'll take out a loan for it. So we'll get the research as well. Yeah, we're looking at all the infantry manufacturers because we are going to need the military industrial complex bonuses to face Korea. That's just going to be the reality of what we're doing. All right. How much debt are we accruing? 37 million isn't a ton. I'm not, that's actually pretty cool that we're not that high. Mm, 19% stability is really good for us compared to for like where we were with 0 to 3 or 4 stability for the last 10 years. That is huge. No one will think that but me, but it is massive. Yeah, I don't like where we are with our police spending. I might have to take the reduction, but I'm only doing that after I get our political power bonus from whatchamacallit. I want to cancel the political power gain out or loss out with the gain. So I'll either take the gain first or I'll wait till I have enough for both. And I don't think I'm going to have enough for both, so let's get the gain. And it's like, fingers crossed, the citizens rebel against the factories. The equipment factories right now. Boats and military equipment. That would be the best situation. And then, yeah, we're going to get this down well before. This is going to be so drawn out. It's going to be a pain. But we'll get it done. $11 billion. It's almost, I think it's 12, right, for one solar panel? Just need that cycle to go through. We'll get it up. And we have 1 year. That's not good. Our next factory is literally just going to go for fuel trade. I'm getting advanced AI for the research bonus, right? Hezbollah is getting bombed. It's really just South Lebanon. I mean, it is appropriate to name it as it is named in the game, I guess. Weird about places under pseudo control. You're looking fair number of jets now. Not enough for air superiority in multiple zones. We don't have a 4th gen hull yet. That's right. Yeah, that's something we definitely need to get. We need to get off this Chinese. We get lower yield and productivity from foreign. What's the word I'm looking for? Like foreign designs, but weapons sales like that and deals. If it's not a domestic plane, we're getting really bad yield. And that is one of North Korea's strengths, is starting out with air research facilities right off the bat. Again? Oh my god. Alright, well that's the Philippines, so I wasn't planning on having her jump right back into the same place, but foreign meddling. This is not good. $4% a lot. That affects our domestic independence. That's 100 political power decision. I do not like that one bit. And the Holy European Empire, man. They went full nationalist with a monarch. That's wild. I wonder what the founding country was. Spain's not in it. Poland's not. Ukraine, what's left of Ukraine is not. The Baltics are free. Estonia, Latvia, Norway are free. Europe's going on a tear. That's awesome. Good for them. Do their own thing. I guess do what you have to do. Alright, so we're at max expenditure. We are almost at 3% growth rate, though. That's pretty cool. All right, we get 6G now. We can work on... this is tough. It's terrible for our workforce. I'm gonna go ahead and put satellite research as our priority. I definitely want anti-tank guided weapons and equipment maximized for us. Yeah, we're getting 3 billion a week now in funds. Let's look at what our increase is. 3.5 billion from 2.2. So we're going to have 1.3. It's actually gone down because it was like 1.35, I think. A little less now. This will help our threshold, so it'll boost our stability twice, right? We get a base stability bonus, and because of the reduction in stability loss from the unemployment threshold, this is actually going to be really nice. And a political power gain, yeah. If we can get up to 50, we'll be living a good life. Let's see if Cambodia wants... Definitely need some solar panels on those, like the casinos over here. Yeah, you can... That's kind of funny. You can see the models, little buildings. All right. What do we have? Build speed or productivity. This is another year over this. I don't need pop growth, but I guess I'm getting it. I could get this, but I lose workers. It's such a little bonus. Or I can go forts. Probably forts. We're going to need forts. We'll start with getting all that set up. Yeah, and then this is the other problem we're going to have, right? Is we're going to hit our autonomy bonus, right? Like, it's going to run out when we have like 40 political power. Assuming we don't even have another reduction, because then we'll just be negative. Couldn't even declare war if I wanted to. Can't expand. It's a really interesting point to be in. It's just like, this is what I imagine it was like to be like president of the United States when like the other party's in charge of the Congress is like, can't do anything. Just gonna sit here and play golf. This is interesting too. What do I have left I can burn political power on? Or not political power. Uh experience other than designs. Damn, that uses political power. It's not happening. I was unfortunate. I thought it used command power alone. curses everything that requires political power. That's crazy. How's our Yeah, our actual power situation is getting a little precarious. I may bump this up. It may be time, guys. %21 stability in my country. We're pretty bad at what we do. That should not be the slogan, but it would be funny. That would be a wild slogan for a country or a nation state. We're pretty bad at what we do. What does that mean? Just means we're bad. All right. $44. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. I know I'm gonna be excited, like 49 political power right before the 50 mark, and then they're just gonna be like 100 political power. Cannot pass go. This is how this goes for me. I can't even do setup. Like, I guess we do have units. That's a plus. We're getting money too. We are at 3 billion. So that's good. Increased our international investments by 100 million per week. Stability's up to 24%. And just as I was talking about that, you see what happens. I just need to be quiet. All right. Let's click it before something bad happens. What is the cost here? 1.25. Okay, so I have enough income now I can get our government stable. That's a huge that alone is huge. Like, that is going to be underappreciated by everyone watching probably, but just by virtue of that alone, I'll be able to keep the political power we gain. Yeah, so I should have delayed any more population events. Right, so landing craft. I'm not going to get that. That's pretty pointless. There's no, like, extra naval invasion plan capacity bonus anywhere. So you can't have 2 bridgeheads. You can only have 1 ever planned at one time. I think destroyers might be the sweet spot between, like, build cost and dominance. I'm gonna have to look. I need to run the comparison. But we're gonna go ahead and research it. I want 1 naval research just to keep us honest. Really no benefit. And camouflage. This is something I can't not get. Have to have Kevlar vest training.
I mean, I'm fine with foreign meddling as long as we don't drop. Wait, I think you can afford it. See, but this lowers our political power and our popularity. Let them gain influence. I don't care. I'm going to make the political moves to stop those events anyway. I'm going to trade a factory here. So let's go ahead and get trade with Venezuela. Not to 37, no. 3. And let's pop up the ledger so everyone can kind of get a view of where we're at, and then we'll kind of go from there. Oh, wow. The Holy European Empire, $121 trillion in GDP. North Korea, we are now sitting right behind Kenya at 2.4 trillion. Industry-wise, we have 51 factories, so we're right kind of here. Well, we should be. Where are we actually? Yeah, we're right there. A little bit behind Colombia and everyone there. Catching up to Korea, though. That's the big key thing. And then I'm not too worried about army stuff yet. And I'll get anti-tank guided missiles. We'll get it to that equipment manufacturer. And I'll catch everyone on the next episode. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one.